Mozart makes babies smarter. This idea has been around as long as the songwriter himself has been talked about, and as old as he is. And while it's untrue, it does hold some value. Now, while we are not infants who don't have refined ways of expressing themselves, every single one of us could probably tell you our favorite song, or our favorite song depending on the mood. Like myself, I don't know if I have a favorite song, but I do have a favorite song depending on what mood I'm in. If I'm sad, I have a different song than when I'm happy. If I'm upset, I have a different song than when I'm rejoicing or just calm, tranquil. Now, I have been playing music since I was 6. I play 6 different instruments as well as vocals, and I've researched this project extensively, including with my own coach, so I feel like I am very qualified to inform you on the subject. Getting more children involved with music would increase the mental health crisis that America is facing. America's mental health, according to the CDC, has tanked 22%, according to the CDC's latest study, which was done in 2022, only less than 2 years ago. We really need to do something about this. And why is this decreasing? Well, according to Johns Hopkins University, 46% of that 22% that is facing mental health crisis belongs in the category of young adults, high schoolers through right out of college. And why is this? We need to look at this, but we also need to look at another thing that has decreased very much since 2022. Dr. Elpis had a study in 2022 that showed that music and music interest and involvement in high school and college-age students has decreased 40% from the last 2 years. Why is this? We need to look at why both of these problems are occurring. Now, these numbers are decreasing throughout ages, and the amount of music involvement drops accordingly to the mental health involvement. So why are these numbers so invertingly similar? Well, there are many reasons as to why music involvement is so low and why mental health is so low. One reason is the money. I mean, humans want things to be as financially supportive and stable as possible. We love money. I love money. It's not a great thing, but we do. We naturally are inclined to finances and keeping ours. So when other programs such as football or volleyball or any other sport, which is more popular in America, bring in more revenue and the music program doesn't bring in as much because people are less interested in it and it gets less advertised, well, the schools are going to be naturally inclined. High schools and college schools are going to be naturally inclined to kick it out because high schools only receive a certain amount of funding from the state that they have to spend. They're on a low budget, as well as private schools, which also have a low budget because theirs based on tuition. So we need to figure out why we're not getting enough finances. Yes, football is more popular, and that's probably a good thing. 56% of men, a study showed from Dr. Levi, are more likely to join football, and football has been proven to raise mental health up. And so if men are going to go there, yes, raise their mental health up. But another study showed that 50% of women are more inclined to go towards music. So if more women are inclined to go towards music, raise the music up while keeping the football and other sports at the same level the playing fields, men and women. Now, another point is convenience. We want things to be as convenient as possible, comfortable, easy. Stress is way too much now, and that's another reason towards mental health. But planning music events and classes is stressful. I've helped, and so I would know. So how are we going to pull more music interest without stressing ourselves out, adding to the mental health crisis? With all this in mind, a solution seems so very far away, but there's a way we can help that. And if you're thinking none of this applies to you, well, it does. Studies show that the mental health crisis is in young adults, high school, through right after college. And as the age goes up, mental health can decrease. My audience right here is young adults. If you're graduating high school or graduating college, you're going to feel hopeless at some point, probably. Your mental health is going to decrease. You're going to wonder, what's the next step? I don't know what I'm doing. So your mental health may decrease. So this can very much apply to you. Now the solution could be adding more programs, but that's gonna be stressful. That's gonna be financially stressful. So what are we going to do? We also need to peak interest to peak revenue. So being in choir and band for years myself, I know we typically do more classical stuff. And there's nothing wrong with classical stuff. It's good, it's fundamental, it's been around for ages, it's liked by several. But if you're going to reach young kids, young adults are typically talking about Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo. What girl wouldn't love to sing our song, Blank Space, or dance the night in her choir? So, advertising these programs more and including more contemporary pieces could get more involvement. Now, we dove deeper into how music affects mental health, and we found a solution that could be possible. This is my speech. Thank you.